Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kevin. I'm an aspiring tennis content creator, occasionally decent tennis player, and high performance junior and adult tennis coach. For today's video, we're trying on the On Roger Pro 2s so you don't have to, but maybe you should. If anyone doesn't know, these are the shoes that Roger Federer has made. Roger Federer is an ambassador of On, and these are the second edition of his famous shoes after leaving Nike. Why are these so crazy? Well, to start, there's the crazy $180 price point. But basically, $180 is almost the price of a whole racket nowadays. Now, obviously, with the prices of tennis equipment, tennis rackets, tennis shoes, everything's just going up. So I basically wanted to test this out to see if it's just worth the money. Paying for a $200 shoe, it better be a good $200 shoe, right? Now, for reference, I'm definitely not the best mover out there. I'm not claiming to be, but some references of my favorite shoes are the old Nike Cages that Rafa used to wear, the Nike Vapors, Adidas Feathers, and the Adidas Barricade 4s. For someone like me where I'm obviously not the tallest or biggest, movement is key, being quick is key, and so the type of shoe that I wear definitely matters. I'm definitely just not as into the shoes that they're making nowadays. They seem way too bulky for me. And although I'm sure they're supposed to be for comfort and stability, I just don't feel the best in them. Probably the shoe that I felt most comfortable in recently was probably the A6 FFs. I forget the actual name, but it's the one that Alex de Minaur wears. And I feel like that makes sense because he's definitely like the speed demon, right? Just some first impressions off the shoes. There are a lot of small details. There's writing on the aglet, put me on. That's awesome. And there's also this metallic design, which is part of their logo on the actual shoe. Already, definitely appreciate some of the small details. We're about to get a hit in with Joe. He's a new guy in the area, and I'm excited to try these on. Hopefully they're worth the hype. I personally don't actually know anyone who's worn these, or at least these specific ones, so I actually have no input on them whatsoever. So I'm excited to give my first impressions on them. Let's get to hitting. God damn it, I don't even want to play anymore. Had you said you're a lefty, I would have just been like, I'm not playing.
Why? I was afraid to tell you.
God. So as we're starting to get a little bit more into our warm-up, a few things that I look for when I try on a new shoe are how easily it is to push off the ground after planting, and then how heavy it feels when I'm coming off the ground as well. As someone whose tennis is very footwork based and lower body based, I'm just trying to make sure that my foot is comfortable and stable every time I plant and push off the ground. Okay, initial first thoughts of the shoes, they're great actually. Good stability. I have an easy time of pushing off of the balls of my feet. They pivot well. They actually hit the court well. So I haven't tried sliding yet. Hopefully I actually don't have to do that because I don't want to move around too much. But yeah, still have a little bit more to figure it out, but keep you guys updated. One thing that Joe would like me to mention is that he is currently shaking off a lot of rust. He's currently in residency and he just recently moved across the country from Pennsylvania, and you'll notice some of that rust here. But as we get to know each other a little bit more, he asked for a couple of tips, and I was basically telling him about how when he lines up with the ball in his backhand, he's too upright and sometimes leaning back towards his left side, which causes his right hand to come over the ball a little bit too much, which then leads to him missing the net a little bit too much. And so here I'm demonstrating that he needs to keep his body weight over towards his right side a little bit more by leaning over that front foot. That way his weight transfer and energy does go behind the ball versus away from the ball. And immediately you'll notice that he's able to clear the net a lot more and his motion looks a lot more natural instead of forced. Nice. Nice ball. So, to really test out the shoes, we're gonna do a quick drill. Joe's gonna isolate to one half of the court and basically just move side to side, and I'm just gonna get a feel for how these things feel when I'm actually like moving full speed around the whole court. So, here we go. All right, no more mistakes, no more mistakes, no more mistakes. Come on. Oh my God.
Killing it, man.
Oh! I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna be honest, that drill took a lot out of me. At that point, at the end, it had been a couple of minutes and I just couldn't move my feet. I couldn't lift my legs anymore. And so after a quick break, we started warming up some serves. I was working on a few things on my serves, as you'll see in this video. And then we go straight into a tiebreaker. A few things I'm working on with my serves. Just when I go pinpoint, I notice I just drag my foot. I don't actually load into it. So I'm trying to load more into that right foot, put more weight into it so I can explode more. And just making sure I coil, because I noticed in my past videos, my serves are kind of weak. I can place them well, but they're weak because I'm just not getting enough of my body into it. So yeah, focus on that. And then here we go.
I probably haven't served in like 2 months.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good for not serving for 2 months. That's what they all say, and then they start making them.
No, for real. This is gonna be like, you might get like 1 or 2.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, no legs. Oh jeez.
Okay, just got done with my session with Joe. Really nice guy. Joe, it was a pleasure meeting you. Had a lot of good chats talking about just tennis, technique, professionals, traveling to different tournaments, and just kind of the junior scene and what it's like here in Washington. Pretty much just giving him the whole rundown of what it's like being here as a tennis player. So, how do I feel about the shoes? The shoes, great shoes. Very sturdy, very stable. Do I think they're worth the $180 price point? Honestly, with how everything is in tennis, like how expensive things are, I actually genuinely would say they were. I think they're great for whether you're recreational or if you're an intense above average tennis player. Really good stability. The only thing for me is like, I think they're a little bit too, like the traction on them is actually too strong for me. So as someone who likes to try to slide on the court, I'm definitely a little more hesitant with these. Like I just didn't feel like I was able to slide as far as I need to. They would kind of like stop a little bit earlier, but that could also just be me being washed up and just getting older. Anyway, so overall review, 5 out of 5. I do think if you can afford these shoes and you just want to look the part, these are a perfect shoe to have. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a very chill one. We got the tiebreaker in, and it was my first time getting a strong hit in a while, and as well for Joe, especially for him just moving here. As always, guys, thank you for the support. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, but also comment down below. If you've made it this far in the video, comment down below a few things that you think I need to work on. There are definitely a few things that I pointed out that I am working on, but I'm always open to more feedback. I mean, as any tennis player would know, there's always room for improvement. I love engaging with you guys in the comment section. I try to respond as soon as I can and to every comment that I can. So yeah, let's stay connected. See you guys in the next video. Have a great week. Peace.